The Nokia Lumia 920 is the flagship device for Microsoft's new mobile operating system, Windows Phone 8. As such, this device really has everything you could possibly want in a phone. If we'll take a quick look around, and then I'll tell you about some of the features. So on the side here, you have up top is the volume rocker. This is the lock switch button, and down below is the camera shutter button. We actually wish that this one here for the power was on a different side, because we often mistook that one for the camera button. On the bottom you see the speakers as well as a micro USB port, and on top there is a micro SIM card slot as well as a headphone jack. On the back here you can see is the if you can see it here, we'll zoom in. Not quite, but anyway, it's the camera. It's an 8.7 megapixel camera, excuse me, as well as a little flash, and it's a Carl Zeiss lens. There you go. Overall, it's a very sturdy build. It's made of polycarbonate, essentially plastic, but it feels substantial. I mean, this is a heavy phone. It's about 6.5 ounces. By comparison, we have it next to the HTC Windows Phone 8X, and even though they're both about the same size, really, you can see it goes like that, and they're actually about the same thickness as well. But the Lumia 920 is far heavier. Some may like that, some may not, but it definitely feels substantial. Going into the phone itself, you can see there's a few apps that Nokia has added. One of the nicest ones, I think, is Nokia Music. So open this one, and you can see that it shows music as well as mixed radio, which allows you sort of to create stations sort of like Pandora, and listen to music based on genres. You can also download music from these stations to listen offline, which is a nice feature. This phone also has, while all Windows Phone devices are going to use Nokia Maps, the Lumia 920 actually has Nokia Maps, like specifically branded Nokia Maps. They have a few extra features you won't find in other ones, such as, if we go back, excuse me. Sometimes it takes a second or two to load these things, which we find a little frustrating. Of course, this is not quite a final build, so here we go. Anyway, so Nokia Maps, one of the things it has that you won't find on the other maps on other Windows Phone 8 devices is transit lines. As you can see right here, you can see the transit lines, public transit lines in San Francisco, and you can turn that layer on and off. It's a nice little feature, as well as there's traffic, satellite, and map. There's also a few AT&T apps on here as well. They're all kind of useless, I think, so you can get rid of them. One of the nicest things, of course, with Windows Phone 8 is that it has these live tiles. You can see they're updating in real time, little different thing, little information, and you can adjust all these simply by pressing and holding. Make it smaller or larger, just like that. And so you can really customize the interface to anything you like. The Nokia Lumia 920 also has a really good camera. As you said, it's 8.7 megapixels, and among the other features it has is the ability to take shots at nighttime without needing the flash. Let me give you an example here. On the camera roll, we'll scroll down to the bottom. So here's a photo that I took with the Lumia 920, and we're going to pull up the same photo on the HTC 8X, and you can be able to see the difference. It's pretty dramatic, actually. Let's do this here. So that's the photo. These two photos are shot in the same condition, and as you can see, there's a dramatic difference. So that's another nice feature. The camera also has optical image stabilization. So For example, as you can see, this video is shaking a little bit. You probably wouldn't get that with the 920. It automatically smooths out any small bumps. I'm not talking about major shaking, but little quakes and things like that it can take care of. The 920 also has an NFC chip in the back, as well as wireless charging. So we have this Fat Boy charger here. It's kind of a funny name. And all you do is put the phone right on top of it, and it starts charging. It's pretty easy to use, and there's going to be a whole line of products coming out and accessories, such as speaker docks, and you'll even see this technology in different coffee shops around the country, as well as Virgin Atlantic lounges. So you'd be able to charge your phone anywhere and not have to take your charger. It's kind of a nice thing. So all in all, this is a very nice piece of hardware, the Nokia Lumia 920. It's going to be exclusive on AT&T. Pricing is yet to be announced, but overall, if you don't mind the wait, it's a very great device. This is Mike Prospero for Laptop Magazine.